Hello and welcome back to the channel. So recently I said I think handheld gaming's going to die a bit later in 2023. It's a bit of a hot take, and I'm going to share why I think it's going to happen. So at the moment the market is absolutely awash with options. It's brilliant. You've got everything from really low end, mid spec at affordable prices, high spec at affordable prices, and then you've got the future stuff that's coming along the line. So at the moment, the daddy is clearly here, the Steam Deck. So you can pick a Steam Deck up from £349 in the UK. That's the base model with the 64 gigabytes of it's not NVMe, it's even out of stock, the eMMC storage one. But the general spec is the same. So in the UK at the moment, these are all out of stock, and they will get them back in soon, I'm sure of that. But from 349, you're getting something that's actually pretty powerful. The top spec one, 569. Now the Steam Deck is about 2 years old now, from when it first kind of announced. So it's still selling surprisingly well considering how long the tooth is, because most of the competition that's out there tend to only sell for about, the product's maybe on sale for less than a year before the new model is out to replace it. In fact, sometimes it's only 6 months for some of these models, and people, when they see the new model coming along, they run away from the old model. So here's a prime example. I'm going to be a little bit brutal here. I'm going to look at Loki, for example, from AYN. That was announced in June last year. This was AYN's first attempt at a Windows handheld, and it sounded brilliant. They were going to use the Zen 3 processor, the 6800U, which is a pretty decent processor. At least it was until the 7000 series processors were announced just a couple of weeks ago. Now they still haven't delivered on anything. So one of my hot takes here is the market's awash with all these options, but generally speaking, it's only people that are specifically looking for these handhelds and that are kind of like core gamers. They actually go looking for this stuff online, and they're willing to take a punt at buying from a small company like AYN, or going to GPD and buying stuff from China. It's pretty good spec. In fact, when you click on the link, you don't even buy it. It takes you to an Indiegogo page, and that's another thing. Your general public aren't going to be buying stuff from Indiegogo in the hope that it gets delivered on. Now, even if the prices are good, so you're looking here, 635, that's more expensive than a Steam Deck, and you're getting more than you would get in a Steam Deck, and it's a more modern product, and it's running the 6800U, so it's pretty good, even though the 7000 series is out. And I know GPD do actually deliver these. They are delivering them now. And then you've got other companies like Neo, who've been in the market for a few years now, but their products are $1,000. You have to order it direct from Neo, and then you have, upgrade kits which cost $0, because these things are kind of released before they're 100% ready, because they have to get that stuff out there. So it's unfortunate, and they're great, these devices. They've got different options as well, but what's going to really disrupt the market is the Asus ROG Ally. So at the moment, the UK, they're expecting the prices to range from round about £560. So that puts it just slightly more expensive than the Steam Deck, because it's not going to be £560. That'll be what it is before any taxes or that are added, guaranteed. It'll be £100 more than that, I think. But people are still going to flock to it, and the reason I think people are going to flock to buying the Asus is this. So I know in the US it's going to be Best Buy that are selling it. Now here in the UK and probably in Europe, we've got Curry's PC World, and they're now advertising it. If it's coming soon, then it's going to be in stores. Now, if you go into Curry's PC World, you'll see they sell lots of PCs, and most of them are pretty low spec. You'll see almost all the laptops they sell come with 8GB of RAM, for example, and people buy them. They buy them in droves. That's why they sell them. So the minute they release something like this, a portable handheld that's actually more powerful than a Steam Deck, it's modern, it's got jazzy RGB, and you're going to be able to touch one in a store, you're going to be able to reserve one in a store, you're going to be able to pick one up in a store, then that's going to absolutely destroy AYN, it's going to destroy GPD, it's going to destroy Neo for the general public. I mean, they're barely even on the general public's radar now. And then you've got the core gamers who are also just going to go, well, I'm going to get an ROG Ally. If you go on any of the Discord channels, any of the Reddit pages where people are discussing waiting for a Loki, or waiting for a Win 4, or the next Ioneo that's coming along, or the free upgrades. People are like, yeah, I'm going to keep my reservation, and then the minute they get the opportunity to buy an ROG Ally, they're going to just drop all those other things, and they're going to buy the ROG. And if they don't buy the ROG, they're going to buy a Steam Deck. And the reason they'll buy a Steam Deck is because of the OS. Not because it's the latest hardware. The hardware's pretty good. It's well proven now. The warranty's really good, because Valve themselves have been absolutely amazing when it comes to their warranty. They're offering spare parts, which we still don't know if ROG will do that. We know all the other companies generally don't offer much when it comes to spare parts, other than Ioneo, who offer quite a lot of spare parts to fix products that have been released not quite 100% developed. So I think by the end of 2023, probably midway through 2024, you're going to have two main contenders. The Steam Deck will still be selling well because they've got markets they can still release in. It's a well-known product, and it runs on Linux, and it's being tuned for gaming. Then you're going to have the ROG Ally, which is going to be sold in stores. It runs Windows, people know Windows, the general public know Windows. These are going to be flying off shelves come Christmas. Flying off shelves. Every kid is going to have one of these. Every teenager is going to have one of these. Any adult that's into gaming is going to have one of these. Guaranteed. So, what does it mean for companies like AYN, GPD, Ioneo? Well, for me, I think what it means is they should be looking at the bigger picture. They cannot compete at this high end. Okay, there's maybe better margins at the high end, but these companies are designed to, they want to get quite a lot of products sold, and if they want to get a lot of products sold, they should be targeting the more affordable market. Now, we've seen on the Indiegogo page for Ioneo that there was a massive demand for the much lower powered i3 1215U Intel processor based machine. People want to play older games, they want to emulate, they want to play indie titles, and those people will be interested in these lower spec machines. But more than that, they need to start selling them in brick and mortar stores, or through places like Amazon, or places where it can be easier to get a hold of one. Now, it's all fine and well. These companies are really good at sending out review units out to YouTube channels. That's great. They review those products, and that generates some sales. But it generates sales from a very specific audience. People like myself, who are into gaming, who like to look online and find that next big thing, who don't mind taking a risk on something that might never be delivered. So, that's my hot take. What do you think? Have I completely missed the mark? I may well have completely missed the mark, but what do you think? Please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye for now.